this video, we are talking about expectations.
Expectations that may be good or bad.
Exactly. So this video is based off our premarital counseling that we do with a lot of couples. So we've discovered that a lot of couples have some unrealistic expectations
Very unrealistic.
when it comes to marriage, and even Christian couples.
Yes, and some people have good expectations that they've not spoken to their partner about. And they just expect it when they get into marriage, and it's not delivered, and they feel let down or disappointed, and it causes a lot of problems in marriage.
So this video is to help you manage your expectations when it comes to marriage. Have the right expectations and all that.
Before we go on, if you have not subscribed, if you're new here, welcome to the Kesena clan. Click on that subscribe button and do better. Click on the bell notification so whenever we dish out goodness like this, you can get it as a notification on your phone. Thank you so much. All right, people. Let's go.
All right. So expectations now. So one area where people fail to communicate their expectations about marriage is your relationship with your friends. So people don't talk about, oh, how is your relationship with your friends going to change when we get married?
Friends of the opposite sex.
Exactly. Even friends of the same sex. Like if you hang out with your guys every Saturday, do you expect that to continue when we get married?
Yes. Do you expect, or are you going to stop it? Are you going to skip it? Are you going to start hanging out with me more and choose the family over your friends? What's going to happen?
So if this is not communicated, the one partner might feel like, oh, after marriage, I can just keep hanging out with my friends.
I'll be fine. Or you guys can come and hang over. You can come to the house. Or if you're the kind of person that allows people come to stay in your house a lot, have you spoken about, okay, what are the rules? How long is this person going to stay?
Exactly.
If we're entertaining guests, how is this person allowed to go everywhere in the house? Where is this person not allowed to go? What's going to happen? All those things are very important. Or how late are you going to chat with your friends? That's very, because Phyllis, statistics show, I've come back with my facts. Statistics show that if you chat with somebody late into the night, feelings are bound to develop. So I'm really grateful for the partner I have, knowing that I can trust and know that, okay, if she's chatting with somebody, it's not even, I don't even think she chats with anybody around that time, but knowing that it's not going to be a guy and she has boundaries, strict boundaries for male friends. I mean to have strict boundaries for female friends. Do you understand? So these are things that need to be discussed before you enter into the marriage, or you have expectations that will be dashed.
Exactly. So I just want to talk a little about what Joshua says about statistics shows. You know, Joshua loves the statistics thing. So
I'm a facts guy.
Today we are bathing and preparing for our session, and then I was bathing with hot water. Joshua said he wants to bathe with cold water. What's my business? Everybody should bath with the temperature of water they want, right?
Guys,
then Joshua
the
now
kind
said,
of water Okpe with shit first. Let me talk to my people. The kind of water Okpe baths with is the one they used to pluck flares from chicken.
It's not true, guys. Look at my skin. Do you really believe, like, look at my skin? Is that what I do? Obviously, you don't believe Joshua. Anyway, he now said that statistics show that those that bathe with cold water are more refreshed than those that bathe with hot water.
But statistics do show.
With statistics, no statistics. So, but I'm not saying the statistics gave earlier was like wrong. I'm just saying that Joshua and statistics shows, even in our marriage, we need statistics. All right, so another question you can ask is in the area of finance. So who is going to pay bills and keep track of expenses? So because like the lady might come into marriage and say, oh, the guy, my father always paid all the bills in the house, so I expect to pay bills, and you don't communicate about this. Or the guy is like, oh, I think you are earning more as the lady, so you should pay bills. Or the guy is like, oh, I'll handle car repairs and all this, and then you handle household running, and you don't the problem is not that any of these things are wrong, it's just that you don't communicate.
Or you say, okay, I expect that I will contribute this amount, this percentage for us to save towards our house rent, and I expect that also you too, from where you're working, from your job, you can contribute this amount for you. If you don't talk about these things and you just expect it, or more wahala that is waiting for you is doing press up.
Because you just like see that you have expectations and the other person has different expectations, and then your expectations are clashing, and that doesn't really help you understand each other. And then wrong expectations can lead to disappointment. That's why it's important to discuss your expectations before you get married. So that's why we have like a very elaborate great expectations worksheet.
Elaborate and intensive
worksheet like we do with couples that are preparing for marriage, couples who come for counseling. And trust me, during that expectations worksheet, oh my god, we find out a lot of things
because some people just have expectations that they don't even know. But that worksheet is very, very detailed, and it takes you through a lot of things, and it helps you just communicate and discuss your expectations so that you know which ones are realistic and which ones are unrealistic.
Exactly. So another thing you should discuss is, do you like pets? Do you want a pet? Are we having a pet? Because pets, they cause wahala.
Serious problem. We heard of a story of a guy who was married and the guy almost packed out of the house because the wife said he's not going to bring this dog inside here, and they almost had a divorce and they fought seriously over a dog. Do you understand? And if they had discussed this before they got married, they would have known, okay, the woman would have prepared her mind, okay, my husband is a dog person. Is this a non-negotiable for me, or can I manage with it? Is it okay? Will I try and be a dog person too?
Exactly.
For I and Okwe, we do not like pets.
We are not pets people. We're just
going to have children.
Yes, and our children, they're not our pets, but
they are enough. A lot of work, a lot of responsibility.
Children are a lot of responsibility, so we cannot add a pet to that. That's just our point of view concerning pets. And we're like, if our children want pets, when they move to their own houses, their own homes, they can decide to get pets. That's fine.
That's fine.
All right, so ask questions like, do you want a pet? Who will prepare each meal? That's another question to ask.
Yes.
Because the guy might be like, oh my God, I don't like cooking. So one of the reasons I'm getting married is I want to marry a woman that cooks so that I can be fed well. Apart from that,
the girl will be like, you know what? I don't like refrigerating things. I want all my food fresh.
What?
Every time fresh. And you have not discussed these things. You're not entire marriage. And the guy is just
a wicked expectation.
Very wicked expectation.
And unrealistic, of course.
Exactly, unrealistic. So if you discuss these things, you'll be like, that is a very unrealistic expectation. And maybe to him it's not unrealistic because that's how his dad ate all the time. His mom made fresh food. And you just have to explain and let him know that this thing is not realistic. We're both working. We both come back tired.
So you need to decide who will prepare each meal, how would you prepare meals, what kind of meals would you have. Those are things to talk about. All right. What does clean look like to you? This is another issue.
Bone of contention in marriage.
Because like clean is relative. So what might be clean to me might not be clean to you, because some people are like extremely clean. Some people are just like, hey, if everything is not extremely scattered, if it's quite orderly, that's okay. But for some people, everything must be in a particular place. And then for some people,
they don't even care.
They don't even care. As long as I can drop it anywhere, as long as when I need it, I can pick it.
You can pick it up from there. I don't mind. Do you understand? So you need to have these discussions and express what you would like. So both of you can try to help the other person. Do you understand? For instance, if you don't like, if you don't care about picking up and your partner cares about picking up, because you're in love with your partner and you want to spend the rest of your life with your partner, you start working on yourself. And you like the place being spick span and very, very clean. You'll be able to give grace to your partner to learn how to be clean and everything. So all these things happen when you've discussed your expectations. And problems come when you've not discussed your expectations. You just expect them to be met automatically.
Because if you don't discuss your expectations, especially like what does clean look like to you, and then you get into marriage and you're that speak, and usually opposites marry each other. So that speak and span person will marry someone who just drops things up and down. And then you are just like, I can't understand. Why can't you drop things where they're supposed to be? Another person is like, hey, but even if I drop my shoes by the door, because when I want to go out, my shoe is there. I can just pick it up. Why do I have to arrange it? So
meanwhile, you're like, this is going to smell. It's going to stink the entire parlor. Can't we just drop it outside or at the backyard so that someone can hit it and everything? You say, I don't understand. It should be easier. So when I'm going, I want me to go outside in the backyard, get my shoe, then walk all the way around and go. You understand? But if you have the conversation, you'll be able to come to a compromise and a consensus together.
Exactly. Another question is, who will clean the bathroom? Talk about like household chores, how we do household chores. Who will clean the bathroom, you know? So sometimes people have expectations like, I don't like, for example, if you're someone that doesn't like to wash plates, you're like, I don't like washing plates. So you just have an expectation that, like, this actually happened to me. So growing up, I have a younger sister. And then whenever I cook, she washes plates. And she enjoys washing plates, I enjoy cooking. So there was just that, like, that balance of we balance each other out. I cook, she washes plates. Everybody is happy. So when I got married, I expected, because I enjoyed cooking and Joshua doesn't cook much, I just expected it to continue. I continue cooking, he continues washing plates. But I did not communicate that expectation to him. So I just discovered that I would just always get upset when I cook and the plates are not washed. Because in my mind, I'm just like, I cooked. Do you still expect me to wash plates? So we had to have a conversation about that. And I realized that the fact that I cook doesn't mean I can't wash plates. And he also realized that he doesn't need to be told to wash plates. If he didn't help with cooking, he can help in that area as well. So we had to balance each other out. But it would have been less shocking if we had discussed this before we got married.
Another question to ask is, how often do you plan to have sex? Because some guys, they are in their mind, it's going to be
5 times a day.
And this happened to
3
me
times,
too.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Me, I just felt, I'm going to have sex every day. Do you understand? Every single day. Do you understand? Wow. In fact, multiple times a day.
Very unrealistic.
But it's unrealistic. It's very unrealistic because a lot of things happen during the day.
Yeah.
People, you have work. You might have to go to church and all those things. So a lot of things happen, and you might not have the strength or interest in having sex that time. So it's good to talk about these things and know what you expect before you get into marriage and you're disappointed beyond reason and just like, you know what, I'm not having this anymore. Yeah. And when you get married, it just becomes such a big issue. Do you understand? Because you've not spoken about it and you just be like, is it going to be forever in my life? I'm going to have to deal with these things. But then when you've spoken about it and you've been able to come to a consensus where both of you decide to give the other person grace and the other person decides to try and be better like the other person too, it just smooths things out and you guys don't have to fight unnecessarily.
Yeah, so none of your expectations should be set in stone.
Yes.
Of course, except things like, of course, is the person a believer, but I don't even think those are like expectations with regard to marriage.
Those are things that,
in fact, that is the criteria before you even enter the relationship, before you're even thinking about marriage. So if you're already considering marriage, these things should not even be considered anymore because they're already there.
Yeah.
So your expectations should be negotiable. Like you should not say, I expect shoes to always be on the shelf. So if you expect shoes to be on the shelf, you should also be able to negotiate that, okay, maybe we can move the shelf to a particular place in the house, which makes it easy for my husband to put shoes on the shelf. So you should be able to negotiate.
There should be grace.
There should be grace, basically. Just as Christ extends grace to us, we need to extend grace to our partners as well.
And to wrap this up, there's a system that people use in the world, and it's called 50-50%, right? Where, because you've done this, I would respond in this way. Exactly. So you do your own, me I do my own. God no go vex. That kind of situation. But that's not what marriage was built to be.
Yeah, that's not God's way.
That's not God's way. That's not God's design for marriage. Marriage is meant to be 100%. Exactly. Do you understand? I would, like, regardless of your reply to me, I would do what I'm going to do to you because that's what God requires of me. And that's the kind of love of Christ I have in me. Do you understand? That's the kind of love I have in me, where Christ did not consider it robbery to be equal to God, but he emptied himself of godliness and died a servant's death. He died between criminals, do you understand? And he came to earth to save us while we're yet sinners. He died on the cross while we're yet sinners. So he gave 100%, and his spirit lives in us, which enables us to give 100% also. So 50-50% should not. Now, in this scenario of expectations, for instance, let's give the instance where you want to pick, you like things speak and span, do you understand? The other partner doesn't really like things speak and span. Just like, however it is, I'm cool. Do you get? But in that scenario, once you express, okay, I would love if you pick after yourself and keep the place better because I feel like you don't care about the place looking clean whenever you do that, and it makes me feel really bad and it makes me feel uncomfortable. Like for me, I can't work in an environment that is dirty. So express, okay, I can, and it makes me not concentrate. It makes my head feel scattered. And then when your partner understands that, okay, I will try better, I will try and do better and everything. Even when, as the partner is trying, the person will make mistakes, definitely, because the person is trying to do better for you.
Yeah.
In those areas, 100% says, I will help clean after this person also. Even if it's this person that dropped, he or she drops their clothes anywhere, I will pick it up, I'll clean up, I'll put the shoes back everywhere and everything. That's 100%. And then, because the person is not going to be like, you know what, to hell with anything, I'm not going to do anything. Because you might somebody who also has the spirit of no. So the person will try and do things. And when you see the person trying to do things and make an effort, you praise the person. Okay, I love how you did this. I noticed you're picking up after yourself. You're no longer throwing your shoes here. You're no longer throwing your caps anywhere.
Wow.
Do you understand?
You do better with your caps now.
Thank you very much. You're no longer throwing your caps
anywhere.
You're no longer throwing your caps anywhere. But I would like if you would also do this too. I would like if you pick up your shirts too. So that way, you're not always attacking the person. You're encouraging the person, notifying that, okay, this person has actually done better. and you'll be like, okay, I also like you to do this. So that's how you do the 100%. It's not that, okay, because this person has not picked these things, I know this person likes me talking to them or likes me hugging them, I'll stop hugging them until this person does it. That's 50-50%.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, so the 50-50 rule is like reactive.
Yeah.
So I give you love based on your performance, but the 100% is proactive.
Yes, very
I give
proactive.
you love despite your performance because I have the Holy Spirit in me, and God requires me to love you 100%, and that's what I'll do. So in this cap instance now that Joshua said, like Joshua always drops his cap around the house, and I'm always like, please put your cap in your wardrobe. Whenever I wear a cap, it's on the chair, it's on the floor, it's on everywhere. Please, can you keep it in your wardrobe? And he was like, oh, he'll try, but honestly, it took a while. So how I practice the 100 rule was that even after I had spoken to him, I gave grace. Whenever I saw the cap, I would still pick it and drop it in the wardrobe and say, babe, I picked your cap again today. Not like angrily. I'm just like, babe, I picked your cap again today. I would like it if you put more effort. And then he, seeing that it means a lot to me, he would also give 100%, putting as much effort as he can to always return the cap because he knows that it's something that is important to me. So no one is taking advantage of the other.
Yeah.
It's not that because I'm always picking after you, you're like, after all, she picks, I will not try to make an effort. No,
Yeah.
You are making an effort 100%. And I'm not just relying on you to make an effort because I've spoken about it. I'm also doing my part. So 100, that's God's way.
That's God's
love
way.
you guys.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, please, we love reading your comments.
Comments. We can't wait to read your comments on this video.
Bye,
Love
guys.
you.
Love
Bye.
you guys. Bye.